Hi, everybody.
Hello there in television land.
Or Facebook land.
Facebook
as
land.
We are here.
Yep, that's right.
It is Wednesday, and as you can see, this setup is a little bit different today.
Yes, slightly different. Yep.
Welcome, everybody. This is our 108th episode. And today is me and Joe Cal.
Yes, I'm back. I'm on my lunch hour. Don't tell my boss. Shh, don't tell them. I'll be back later.
Frankie will be joining us soon. He is at a BPAA meeting in Ithaca, and we'll be bringing him in shortly. But Joe Cal,
Yes.
what is going on?
Well, what is going on? Plenty is going on. It's still pizza oven-like conditions outside.
Yes.
It's like walking out of your house and right into a pizza oven. And by the time I got here in an air-conditioned car, I still felt like a calzone. But other than that, everything is great. Hello, Ronnie. Hello, Angelo. Hello, everybody. It's another hot one. We are in the throes of a heat wave, man.
It definitely is. I
Right?
mean, it's hot.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel for the people who may not have access to air conditioning
Yes.
or a place to cool off, and they're all cooling centers.
Yes.
So by all means, if you need that or know somebody who might need that,
Yeah.
please, by all means, reach out to them and make sure that they're keeping cool.
Yeah.
So Joe, we had a little touch of baseball over the weekend.
Yes. I won't mention the scores because
No need to. We all know.
We all know. But here's what I will say. As a Yankee fan, but a baseball fan, besides having
Correct.
my allegiance to the team in the pinstripes, they're exhibition games.
Correct.
Didn't count. It was nice to see baseball, though. A little odd with the cardboard cutouts at Citi Field, I get it. You want to try to give an appearance that there's people there, but what I did notice is not so much in the Yankee Mets games, but I was flipping the channels around on MLB Network last night. Kansas City was playing. I believe they were playing. I can't remember. They were playing the Astros, and about 8 or 10 of the Royals players were sitting behind home plate with their masks on.
Oh, really?
But they were hanging out, like lounged out, were just hanging out because they didn't want to be in the dugout.
So they also talked about that. I want to say it was the Met Yankee game on Sunday.
Yeah.
That they now have this area set up behind the dugout on each side.
Yep.
Tented. They're encouraging the players to sit in that area so that the dugouts are not overly crowded.
Right.
Listen, baseball's different. It's going to be different for a while.
It's going to be different, and what hit me first is that some of the players that have their mask on have it under their neck, which is okay because there's no one near you. But when the runner gets to first base and the first baseman has to cover for a pickoff throw, they both automatically put their masks on. I noticed that last night. I was watching because I'm a baseball
You mean the
fanatic.
ones that wear the mask?
The ones that wear the mask,
right.
But there were more players wearing them than you would think.
Yeah.
I was watching Texas was playing Colorado, and ironically enough, it was Todd Frazier was playing first base for Texas.
Todd Frazier.
Good old Todd. Ex-Yankee, ex-Met. He's a Jersey guy. He's from,
right.
I believe, Tom's River.
Yes, he is.
He was playing first base, and when the runner for the Rockies got to first, the runner put his mask up, and Frazier put his mask up. They bumped elbows with each other, like, hey, how the hell are you?
Right.
And they had the mask on. And when there's a runner on either base, second base or third, I notice if they put the mask on the third baseman, the second baseman. So, they're being smart about it.
Yeah, well, these baseball players, as much as we kind of complained for so long about getting the deal done and let's get baseball on.
Yeah.
They are taking a big risk.
They are taking a very
putting
big
themselves in this position, possibly exposing themselves.
Yes.
And being away from their family.
Yes.
We obviously, I truly appreciate that.
I do too.
And I have no problem with anybody who wants to take some extra precautions.
Right. And if you look at some of the managers, I mean, not some, all, they have to wear a mask. And the coaches. But what's funny is Aaron Boone has like a scarf that he puts up over his face. And Girardi, I noticed, had a Philadelphia Phillies mask made, I guess, or the team made them, whatever. So, and the Mets manager Rojas just had the standard, like regular black mask, whatever. But The coaches have to have them on. The managers have to have them on. Even a few of the umpires had them on.
Yeah.
I noticed. Not all,
Yeah.
but a couple did.
So,
But
listen,
it's back. It's back.
Yeah, and actually,
The dog at
Angelo,
Citi
you're
Field.
right.
Yeah.
Somebody, you can buy a cutout and you can have one of your dog.
Yeah. Yes, you
So
can.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, Frank, you can't heckle us while
Frankie, that's
while you're
not
not
allowed.
here.
Yeah.
No, there'll be no heckling.
You can
Because
heckle there, but not.
I can easily just X you out
Yeah.
and make you disappear, but I won't do that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
he missed that whole thing. So that's
He
even
did miss
better.
it. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. Opening day is Thursday.
Yep.
And I know I believe both teams are playing, Yankees and Mets.
I think I know the Yankees have the ESPN game Thursday night against the Nationals. I'm pretty sure the Mets are playing Thursday unless they open on Friday. But there's a handful of games. Some open as a Thursday, some open as a Friday.
Right.
Yep.
So it's
Cano must be out of the third spot on Friday. Rob
he had a little problem fielding a couple balls. I know he threw a couple of shots away, but listen, I'm going to give everybody
it's
a
preseason.
pass.
It's exhibition.
It's preseason. The feeling, and I don't, you can play as many games as you want, pickup games or whatever other games that they're playing, drills. Being in the game is a different experience.
Absolutely.
So they're going to have to shake off a little bit of they're going to shake off a little bit of rust.
Yeah.
And Angelo says C.B. Buckner had a plastic shield in his mask.
Yes.
When he was behind home plate on Saturday. So that's like I said, whatever precautions you feel that you have to take to make yourself feel safe,
you have to do it.
You have to do it. You're protecting yourself and your family.
Yeah, and on that note, if I can just kind of jump on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
He might be the worst umpire in baseball. So maybe he should put like black tape over the eyes of his mask, and maybe he'll see balls and strikes and safen out better, because I got to tell you, it's not an easy job, but there are some umpires that just, you're like, how did these guys get their job? The replays show exclusively every time they're wrong more than they're right. And in my opinion, for what it's worth,
there should be some kind of grading.
Yeah, he might be the worst umpire. And the older gentleman, Country Joe West, is the nastiest umpire. You can't even go up to that guy and say, "Excuse me," he'll run you right out of the game. So anyway, that's my baseball rant for today.
Rant. And Frankie's not even here.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yep.
And it's funny because I think that the announcers kind of skirted a little bit even, because they have the replay right after where they show the ball is clearly out of the strike zone.
Yeah.
And they don't even comment on it anymore.
No.
They just let it go. So
well, it's preseason for the umpires too.
Yeah.
So right. I mean, so
we all have a little rust.
Everybody has their hiccups.
And I'm happy because I actually heard Keith Hernandez use the term fundies. So I know that baseball has begun.
Yes, it's back.
And so that's good. We're happy baseball is back. Yep. And I think that Frankie is anxiously
Frankie's ready to
waiting to join us.
He's ready to go.
So I think I can
add him. Yeah. There we go.
Hi, Frank.
Yeah.
What's up, Frank?
This is odd. Naz is sitting in my seat, and Joe is on the other side. He's not sitting in the middle.
Yeah.
And I'm not there. But hi. I'm glad that you.
We definitely miss you. It's the Bizarro show, like on Seinfeld.
But look what I'm using. Your pen.
By all means, just make sure you sanitize everything when you're done.
Yeah. I think the hand sanitizer is right up there. So yeah, we're good.
We have plenty of it. We have plenty of it in the building. Hey, it's nice to see you guys. Congratulations, Naz. Naz is learning how to control the show here.
Yes.
It's not super complicated, but I was more nervous than I needed to be. But I worry about everything. So I was here.
First time, it's okay.
Plenty early.
So
to make sure I had all the. So tell us where you are, Frank. Never mind me.
So this is going to become a drop-in. I never know who's. So right now we're in Ithaca, New York, What is the name of this place, Brian?
La Tourelle.
La Tourelle. It's a hotel here in Ithaca. We're here for the New York State Bowling Proprietors meeting. And look at this. My first drop-in guest is Brian Borowski, our outgoing president of the New York State BPA. And so we just had our meeting here. Lots of conversation about getting bowling centers reopened, and of course the business of the organization. And we've got a great group of people who are very passionate not only about their business, but getting business reopened.
Yeah.
For those at home, know that we can't open just yet. But it's the same thing around New York. Many of these regions have been in phase 4 for almost 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, since the end of June.
So Brian Center's in Western New York. So you guys entered phase 4 when?
June 26th.
Yeah.
So we just entered phase 4 on Monday. So we're barely waiting any moment, but they've been waiting over a month and still have no guidance. So a lot of the conversation here today, the last 2 days, have centered around, we need everybody's help. We need folks to around the state. We need our bowlers to say, who are voters, to reach out to the governor's office and say, hey, we want to get back bowling safely, of course, into these environments where we have, for our social and recreational needs. I think they can speak the loudest, and we need all of them to do it.
Definitely.
So what was the overall mood of the meeting? Must have been
Brian. So first guest, Brian. You guys are quiet. You're supposed to pop in here. This isn't typical. It's the other way around.
I asked you a question.
What was the pulse of that today? What was the pulse of the meeting?
Hey, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Unmute.
No, okay. I had my iPods in, and it was picking up the sound in the iPod.
All right. Okay.
So you guys must have said something. I don't know what you were saying.
So what was the overall mood of the meetings this morning?
The overall mood is, we need to get something done. We want to do something done now. So we've developed a legislative committee that's going to meet on Friday. But it couldn't be stressed enough from our lobbyists to contact the governor. Go to his governor.New York page, contact the governor, and ask to get us open. Just a quick comment saying, please open bowling centers. They're safe. The owners care about their business. They want to open in a safe environment. But we need to contact the governor. So we also developed a plan. We're going to send them bowling pins. So Frank, do you have old bowling pins at your center?
We have plenty of them.
Okay, so you could go see Frank. If you're in upstate New York, you can see me. I have a lot of old bowling pins. Send a bowling pin to the governor. That's what we want to do. Send a bowling pin to the governor.
So that's a plan.
So, all right. So the idea came, if for those that remember a few years ago, where we had the blue cards that we asked everybody to sign for no sales tax on bowling. As you know, in New York State, there's no sales tax on golf, movies, and bowling on the physical activity. Yeah. Everything else, it's taxable. So we annoyed our legislators with these little postcards. So now we want to annoy them with bowling pins. We want people to ship off bowling pins. It's something that can be done, but the real plan really needs to be to write the governor's office and annoy him with notes. They need to be the ones. They need to hear from the constituents. To Brian's point. So why not send a bowling pin? But the bowling pin can't have some explicitives on it. It's just a message of, hey, don't forget about us. We're here. Go bowling. And then we want you to reopen our centers.
Exactly. I mean, again, we need everyone's help to reopen. We need people to just write the governor, your legislators. But the big thing is the governor right now. We just need to attack him. We need to do whatever we can. If everyone can just reach out to him on a daily basis, would help out a lot.
Well, I think if he received hundreds of pins at his office, that would be there's something to listen to. Yeah. I would think.
Well, I have another idea, and I think I mentioned this on the Rabs website when I said I think it's time we have a sit down with Governor Cuomo. because
Italian style.
Frank, I don't really like to let this out, but I'm amongst my extended family and friends here. But on my mother's side of the family, there are some connections that I can call in some favors to with certain parts of the 5 families around the city here. So maybe Governor Cuomo needs a knock on the door and hey, you got a minute? We'd like to talk to you.
But does it work? I mean, we're talking about the same kind of people.
Well, listen, I mean,
he's not scared of them.
Well, I don't know. Well, listen, his name ends in a vowel too, so maybe
Well, so does mine.
My people talk to your people.
Yeah, my people talk to you. So the mood, Nazareth, I will say the mood from our fellow proprietors around the state, it's positive for the most part. I mean, they're just chomping at the bit. Everybody is looking at the end of the day, our businesses are closed. Many of us are bleeding money, and see what's happening around us. And we want people to be safe, but we believe that we can open our businesses safely, and so let's make it happen. So it's positive at the same time. It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
Yeah, do you feel that there'll be success in kind of separating the bowling business out from maybe indoor dining or gyms, or because I think that's probably going to be the sticking point, I would think.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because that was some of the conversation today. The gentleman on the legislators, our representation.
Jerry Kramer.
So our representation brought that up too. We're getting lumped in with all of these other activities, which we're all not the same. So at the same time, New Jersey has bowling centers open, but they have no indoor dining. I don't know if we're really in a position to have no indoor dining in our facilities. I mean, food and beverage are a big part of our operations. So it's okay for short term, but how far does it go? And the difference, and we've talked, you and I talked about this, the difference in New Jersey, they have the casinos that speak the loudest.
Right.
Yeah.
And the casinos speak the loudest. Things change, and exactly the tax dollars, and that's what's going to happen. I will bet anybody on it. The casinos are going to speak louder, and they're going to wind up getting the ones to make that change. And the difference here in New York, our casinos are owned by the state lottery commission, so it doesn't make a difference. They're following through the governor's,
That's right.
except for the ones on the Indian reservations.
Right, like turning stone.
And Hillary makes a good point, and this is part of the conversation.
Yeah, I just read it. Yep.
Not everybody. The misconception is that everybody uses the same stuff.
Right.
And it's not necessarily the case. So yes, that is part of the information that that we're providing the governor's office is exactly that. These are the things that we can do to be safe. There's a misunderstanding of who uses our facility, how they utilize our facility. There's 11 and a half feet between pairs of lanes.
Yeah, there's between if you have lanes 1 and 3 skipping lane 2, that's 11 and a half feet different from that. And also every bowling center is about 1,000 square feet per lane. So if you have a 20 lane center, you have 20,000 square feet to utilize.
Yeah.
Right.
So you need to spread people out now.
Yeah, it should be every other lane and every other. Yeah, I mean, it should be. And if you think back to, I believe it was right around the beginning of May, when the New Jersey and Connecticut golf courses were opened up way ahead of ours.
Right.
The governors had their Trinity meeting where they said, we're going to do everything in steps together. Well, what happened? Because they're stepping way ahead of us, and we're still dragging behind, especially in this industry. So they definitely dropped the ball there, no pun intended. But yeah, so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Go eat your lunch.
Brian.
Brian. Yeah, good luck.
Brian also serves as the treasurer for BPA on the national board. So we're pretty lucky here in New York. We're represented well.
Wow, that's good.
With volunteers and all engaged. So
who spoke this morning?
So today is this is our annual meeting. So yesterday it was a board of directors meeting, which our board of directors meetings are open to all members. And then today was the annual meeting. So opportunity for everybody to speak up. we had our representation, legal representation in legislature on the Zoom call. And then later this afternoon after lunch, we actually have an insurance seminar. So kind of giving an update of where we're at, where we're going on the insurance side through the agents that we work with.
That's a good question. Did you see what Ronnie? Yeah, man, see that? Is it possible to invite a rep from his office? I'm guessing he means Governor Cuomo's office to come to an on-site presentation. That's, you know what? Probably a good idea. I don't know if they want to put themselves on the firing line, so to speak, but the worst they could do is say no. Yeah. You know, that might be a good idea.
Yeah. So if you go back, the other day we were talking about the press conference that happened at Rockville Center Lanes out in Long Island by the Listians. They did exactly that. So they had local news. They had their local assemblymen and other elected officials from the area, and they did exactly that and demonstrated, but with signage and all the things, so that they can see it. And so that's another thing that we're talking about doing, where we could do that statewide. You want to host a press conference in the same fashion? Go ahead, go do it. So we can do the same demonstration. So yeah, great thought, Ronnie. And that happened there, and that I'm hoping that others in their regions will do the same thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. That'd be good. You got to put the heat on. Put the heat on.
So what else you have for us, Frank?
I don't have much of anything. I actually started. I was outside. It started to rain here, so I'm a little wet.
Yeah, we saw you go outside.
Oh, you were outside.
Yeah.
Well, so the meeting was still going on, so I went outside to be polite. And then I came back inside because lunch is outside, but it rained before, and so my butt's wet, and along with everything else. So hey, before coming here yesterday morning, and
I have that in my notes to bring up about the senior men.
Yes, Donnie Schwed made a comment, and it was great to see him. So yes, it was great to see you too, Donnie. But the senior men's club got together yesterday and tailgated in the parking lot for a quick meeting just to see everybody. It was just nice to get together. Of course, the number one question, when are you reopening?
It was asked several times in several different ways.
Yeah, don't they watch the show?
Well, they do watch the show. So a lot of them had said, hey, we watch you on the TV, we watch you on the computer, we watch you on the iPad. So it's nice to hear. But it was great to see everybody. It's some good conversations. But again, we're in the same boat. We're in the land of the unknown.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so and I think they enjoyed too. Long after you left, some of them lingered.
Wow.
In the parking lot well into the afternoon.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes.
It looked like did they leave and come back and get food? Is that
some of them? There was a group of about, I think, 7 or 8 that stayed and just kind of tailgated, and I'm not sure. I didn't really want to know what was going on out there, but every once in a while I'd open the back door and I'd see them still sitting outside.
Yeah,
so
that was their day.
They were probably just shooting the breeze in, I don't know, 95, 100-degree weather in a tar parking lot. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, I guess they miss each other.
That's great.
Miss each other, so yeah, that's good.
Well, it's good to hear that the proprietors seemed positive about moving forward and passionate. I mean, that's what you have to be. You have to be persistent.
Rattle the cage.
The 3 Ps. Yeah. Passionate.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and I say that lightly, because as positive as it is, it's frustrating.
Sure, absolutely.
It's so frustrating for many different reasons. Sadly, this past week, just in the last couple of days, we heard multiple bowling centers closing already, and as a result, maybe they were closing before, but this certainly pushed the envelope. And yeah, Ronnie mentioned Stelton Lanes right in Piscataway over the bridge is one of the victims of it. And Miller Lane's up here in Honeyhook Falls, New York. It's sad to hear that, and it's sad to see that these family-owned businesses for a long time aren't going to be able to survive, and for many different reasons. And like I said, some of them were already holding on, and this truly pushed them. And we really don't want to see we lose bowling centers every year for different reasons. It happens to be a large reason, but this isn't going to help. The longer this goes on without financial assistance, it'll make it worse. So,
Yeah, and even the strong centers are going to be strained to the point where, any plans that they had for enhancing their centers or plans that they had to move forward or just do what they do every year, basic upkeep is going to become difficult.
Everything's paused.
It's going to become difficult.
Yep, definitely.
Listen, we're in the same boat. I mean, you look at what you're hoarding cash, you're hoarding dollars. And it depends on the business. If the restaurants are in the same boat, we're not alone. I mean, everybody's in the same boat for different reasons. So how do we? And of course, there are bills on the Congress and Senate are looking at bills on the table. And so, what is it going to look like? And so, hey, you want to keep the doors closed of these businesses? Great, okay, great. But there needs to be financial help.
Yeah, there needs to be.
And it just can't be, the extension of just unemployment and stimulus money. It has to be everything.
That's right.
Yeah. And you know what is, and I know it won't happen, but tax relief in some form would be helpful because regardless of anything that's going on, when tax time comes, property taxes, whatever kind of taxes they would get tax relief. That was also a strain. There has to be some sort of some sort of relief.
Yeah, and the individual industries have to come together. So in New York, the gym owners have come together. They're acting together to get reopened. Bowling centers are doing the same thing, and these other industries, the Restaurant Association has done that as well. So how do we take advantage of that opportunity to push forward?
Right, and it's funny because they were so obvious at the beginning of restaurant owners because everything was so. We're so out there that restaurants were struggling, and everybody's got to pitch in and help. And for the most part, I believe on Staten Island, even though we did lose some, I think a lot of them are doing okay.
They're doing well. I have to tell you, I was out the weekend, and even on those hot days, the restaurants, every table was taken. People were out there. People have cabin fever, so they're going out.
So in a way, and they banded together early.
Yes.
And we can only hope that maybe that portends good things for us banding together.
I hope so.
Hopefully finding some strength together.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The only thing that makes me concerned is the fact that in New York City, we extended the leniency on outdoor dining through the end of October.
Right.
Which is wonderful for restaurants, don't get me wrong. But it concerns me that we're looking so far ahead into late October where, thank you so much. It's not Food Thursday. See you soon, guys. Good luck. It's not Food Thursdays, but lunch was delivered.
Oh.
That's okay, Frank. We don't want any.
You good.
We don't want any. It's fine. Thank you. But,
You don't.
I kind of gathered that. It's okay. But, I didn't want to say this, but if by August 1st, things aren't where they should be here, Joe Bruno and I have come up with a plan.
Oh, here we go, Frank.
Yeah.
It's a plan. Go ahead.
We are going to go to the old Italian guys from Bensonhurst in Brooklyn, and we're going to borrow some of their pigeons, the carrier pigeons. And we're going to tie a note to the bottom of the pigeon's claws, send it off to Albany, and it's going to say, "Dear Governor Cuomo, the #1 Monday night bowling show on the East Coast wants to make its debut second Monday in September for season 4. So get your giddy up on and let's get going. That means open up Rabs and every other joint in the city and state. Let's go. We're bringing the pigeons in."
Well, you just blew up your spot.
I know. But as they said on Happy Days, with the famous Malachi brothers, with the Malachi Crunch, let the pigeons loose. So the pigeons are going, baby.
Nothing like breaking news. Hey, and you should attach bowling pins to the bottom of their feet, Joe.
Well, that might weight them down
That's
a
going
little
to
bit.
slow them down quite a bit.
Yeah, if we had like a dragon, maybe Game of Thrones, we could have done that. But yeah.
We have plenty of them, so I'm not concerned about that.
That's true. We do have plenty of them.
And plenty of pigeons in New York City. Plenty of pigeons.
Yep, definitely.
Hey, you guys are talking about baseball. Naz, did you and Ray take your photos for your cutup?
We took the photos. We have not uploaded them yet.
Oh no?
Because I believe we're going to put one of our shirts on Presley,
I was going to say Presley,
and we're gonna we're also gonna have Presley take a picture.
excellent. Why not be represented? That's right.
He
Why
should
not?
be.
He should be. Why not be
He should be.
represented? Very good. Very good. Notice the Yankees don't do that with the cardboard cutout.
No, they don't.
You know,
But
they're-
not every team does
No.
it.
No, just a few.
Hey, and just for the record, Joe, you know, I love my our friends that are Yankee fans,
Yeah.
especially the real Yankee fans.
Thank you.
But if you really watched these games this last weekend, did you look at the Mets roster? I'm just
I know.
no excuses. I'm just saying. Just
I get
saying.
it. I mean, they had that poor guy playing third base that he made two of the worst plays I think I've ever seen in all my years watching baseball, and I'm watching baseball since like 1968. I mean, the guy was terrible. I'm like, this guy shouldn't even be on the field, but I get it. They want to give him a look and see what
Right.
he got.
Right.
After that performance, he was probably left behind and didn't get on the bus. I think they left him in the parking lot after that performance. But yeah, so no, I get it. I get it.
It's spring training for a reason.
It's summer camp, right? So it's-
Summer camp.
the games count. Right, the games don't count. They count starting.
Speaking of summer camp, we were talking about how our friends in North Carolina were reopening their bowling centers under the auspice of the summer camp rule, which it's a gray area, but an update. So while they won the initial lawsuit, it went to the appellate court, as Melissa talked about the other day. It skipped the appellate court, and so even today they got another update squashed. So it's sad, but they're expecting I believe it's an August 7th reopening as part of the phases. So they're hoping that it sticks and there are no changes where they're backed up. But we'll see. But again, for them, August 7th, it looks. I think it's August 7th is the date that they're going to get to reopen. So as much time and effort, which was good. I mean, it was they sent the message. It didn't really turn out the way that they had hoped.
Right.
That's too bad.
No, that's a shame.
In the short term, that is.
Short term.
Yeah.
In the short term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole thing is-
Well, it was, like you said, it was like a loophole that they tried to work around. And, they gave it a try. And, I guess they got a few days out of it or maybe a few weeks out of it. And actually, probably it'll help them when they do decide to open, kind of give them a foot up on,
Yes.
we can handle this better or we can handle that better. So,
Good point.
yeah, it's going to help them. I
That's
think it's going
a
to
good
help
point.
them
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
when they get ready to reopen for real
Right.
or for permanent or for whatever.
However long.
Faux real.
For real.
All right, so I want to go back to sports for a second. Did you guys happen to watch bowling the last couple nights?
I did.
Yes.
The king.
The king of the lanes?
Grant, I thought he was going to shoot 300
I
last
thought
night.
so, too.
Sorry.
Oh, I know.
No, it's okay. It's all right. But hey, listen,
Yeah.
it's good to see it back.
Yeah.
It's nice to see Normie up on his throne.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he needed like a step stool to get up there to the throne. But we love you, Norm. Norm is the king. Well, now Sean is Norm was the king. Sean is the king.
Right,
now.
Sean's the new king.
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah, after beating up on a girl.
Yeah, but you know
know-
what? She bowled terrific. She really.
That was
did.
It was a great match.
very interesting
Yeah, Clara's
when
good.
they asked Sean at the beginning of that match, not his match against her. He said, she's playing right where I was hoping she was playing.
Yes, I caught that.
And because that really she burned a groove in that lane
She
for
did.
him.
Yes, she did.
And it really, it was great for him.
He jumped right on it.
And one thing I have to say about Clara, she is incredibly accurate.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I loved watching that overlay on the screen of her shots,
Yes.
where you almost couldn't see the two lines,
That's
where
right.
one was right on top of the other.
Yep.
And I have to.
Consistent. She hits that spot.
She
Yep.
is great.
She really is.
And it was obviously Sean got on that lane,
Yeah.
on those lanes, and because he can, I thought they did a great job of kind of explaining what was going on there.
They did.
And when she bowled so great, and then she changed bowling balls,
Yep.
and she seemed to struggle a little bit more. But once she made the move, she was okay.
Yep.
But she couldn't get that carry.
No.
Because she couldn't create the area that Sean could.
Right. Nor did she have the rev rate. With that,
right.
So, but
man, I thought they did a great job of explaining
really
it. I thought the telecast was great.
It was good.
And a nice variety of bowlers. And listen, Sean Reyes was on a roll. I felt bad to hear how bad his back was.
Yeah, he was telling us that day.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But he definitely got
So
it.
you
Hey, Piero.
You can escort them. Yeah.
Thank you, Piero.
So you never experienced watching live bowling unless you watched it with Doug Kent. So last night we're all out to dinner, and we're watching it. We're out at the restaurant, and it's on the TV. And all of a sudden, Doug's calling the shots. He knows exactly what's going to happen. And then, of course, I think he mushed Bill O'Neill last night. He, of course, called it in. So then Sean throws the ball. He goes, oh, he's going to be a 2-8-10. And then 2-8-10, whoosh, that soft, nasty. Like if he didn't, I mean, he would have struck. He struck, but it was that late 2-8-10. And I just looked at Doug. I'm going, how does that happen?
He knew.
And then in the 10th frame, he called Sean out for balking. He goes, well, Sean will balk here because, and he went to the whole thing. And I was going, no. So he threw the first ball, didn't stop, and then he balked on the second ball. I was like, Doug, you've been around this way too long.
It's a guy that knows his craft, for sure.
Go back to if anybody is watching that watched when he was on the show with us, talking exactly about being a ball rep on the tour, and not only bowling. You develop that eye, and I mean he's got such a talent for it that it works so well. And he really, it's amazing to see that in person. And he's not in the bowling center with any of them. We're just watching TV, and it happens to be live. So I thought it was done well. It was fun to watch. The only thing how do we determine who's bowling on these shows?
Right. That was my question. I thought it was some kind of point leader thing, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe they asked who was available or who wanted to go, and maybe people are still a little weird about wanting to.
Well, that is true. They do have a couple bowlers that won't travel. But look at Clara. Apparently, drove for 2 days to bowl.
Get there, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So I mean, good for her. But Belmo can't come.
Right, exactly.
And so, what would that event look like with the rest of your top players?
Yeah. Well, look at the poor Toronto Blue Jays.
They can't go home.
Canada's like, you're not playing here. Find someplace else to play. So, I mean, you got supporters and people from other countries. They don't want all the activity.
Yeah.
So,
sports are going to be a little.
It's different.
Jumble around for a while, but
different.
it's going to be different. But people are anxious to see that. You'd be surprised what people can adjust to.
Absolutely, you got to learn to adjust, and you got to learn to change on the fly.
Yeah.
So even like with golf too, it's the same thing.
It's funny because when Sean was on the show, he talked about being very opinionated. So every time they interviewed him, I was listening very closely to see if he was throwing any jabs at anybody. And one jab I caught was when Jacob was bowling and asked about what equipment they were using. And he said, oh, of course, Jacob has the purple ball, or Jacob throwing the purple ball.
Right.
No surprise there or something.
Right.
So it's funny because that
Yeah. 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 He knows what buttons to push.
Yeah.
Right. Which is what makes him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep. So, yep. It's good. It's all good. You
and I don't know if you caught when after Norm had won his match, and of course he gets the scepter and the crown and the cape. And he sat in his chair. He loved every moment of that.
Oh,
He was
absolutely.
scepter. He was like, yes.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
that big old shit-eating grin on his face.
Should. He scored one for the old timers. You know. And,
Not only that, he loves to play at the
oh,
audience.
always.
You know?
Always did.
He's definitely a show.
That night he was here in the bar. He was going crazy. He jumped over the bar and was back there pouring drinks. So yeah, he definitely like. Oh, I'm sorry. That never happened. That never happened. That never happened. So yeah, we could.
Too many witnesses. It doesn't matter. Of course, it happened.
Sure, we got a 10-second delay. We can put that out, but you know. Yeah.
So, how was lunch, Frank?
It was all right. It was a salad, coleslaw, and some pulled pork on a taco bun. Obviously, I didn't eat the sandwich because you would have seen me eating the sandwich and dripping. But I'm actually going to move back outside because everybody's coming back in for the insurance seminar. And then we'll get the down low after.
All right. So, but yeah, it's, some of that rain that you're having may be coming this way.
Yeah, it's getting a little dark outside.
They're saying, well, not yet. No, they said later tonight. We're supposed to get some severe thunderstorms.
Oh,
Tonight. So, yeah.
I didn't really look at the weather report. So does that mean I'm going to be driving home in rain? Is that what you're telling me?
Are you coming home tonight?
Yeah.
Chance you might be. So, you know, just take
I don't know. Well, that's what it is. Nothing you do about it.
Yeah, just take it easy.
So,
You know what? Maybe.
hey, Naz.
yeah.
What's that, Joe?
I said you could stop over at Cream Puff.
Oh, bring those cream puffs.
Bingham's.
So I introduced Melissa to Bingham's yesterday, and we were eyeing the cream puff. So of course, I mean, I may not stop to eat because we had lunch, but we'll probably stop and bring home some cream puff. So I might have to take a bunch of them home and bring them up.
Table. I'm gonna leave this empty.
Yeah. There you go.
You know, it's the waitress told me she never had them, and she's been working there for 20 years and never had them.
Wow.
I looked at her like she was crazy.
That's odd because we get them every time we pass by them. Every time.
Yeah, I've been eating those things for 20 years.
Exactly. That's a staple.
It's very evident.
That's an initiation.
Right.
Especially, I'm sure we're not the only ones that do it.
Right.
But the whole Staten Island crew
The whole
knows
contingent.
that on the way upstate that you have to pass at Bingham's.
Right.
And that goes back to, oh my God.
Wow, that goes way back.
Way back.
Right?
Since I'm 11 years old, that's 24 years.
Yep.
Yep.
Quick, say hello. We're currently live. Say hi to Scott. And say hello to Melissa.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go outside because I don't think you want to listen to workers' compensation.
Taking it on the road right now.
Yeah,
Going outside.
Frankie.
We're literally on the road today.
On the road. On the move and on the road. Yep.
I'm going back to the wet seat, but I think it's dry now. The sun's been out.
The sun's out, yeah. In this humidity and heat, it'll dry up.
Yeah. It's beautiful out here now, actually.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, let's start.
I owe you a big apology.
Now I'm getting interrupted.
Tell them to go inside. Tell them they need to go inside. They're being paid.
So this place is actually, it's interesting. It's a 50 room hotel. It sits on this property. Check it out.
Nice.
Oh, there's room for a golf course
Yeah,
there,
I
Joe.
see. We can make a chipping green and a putting green without a doubt. Yep.
Yeah. And, you know, there's this thing up here, and it's not really new, but glamping is a thing. Have you heard of glamping?
Yes, glamping is a thing,
Yeah,
right?
nice.
Glamping is a thing. So they have these fancy tents. But, I mean, for $200 something a night, you don't have a bathroom in your tent. You got to go use the outhouse.
Oh, they do it right there on the grounds?
Oh, wow.
They have it there on the
Yeah, so
grounds?
this place, it's really nice. I mean, the tents are really nice. They're on the opposite side of this building. They've got it all along the lake. Interesting.
Very
Nice.
nice. Very nice.
But it's a thing. It's a thing. Us city folk don't understand.
Oh, it's definitely a thing. Glamping is definitely a thing.
Very upstate. That's a true upstate. Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the actionable things that come from this BPA meeting?
The actionable. I mean, as the biggest piece here is really talking with our governor and pushing our elected officials to push him. And we've talked about this too. We're really fortunate that our elected officials have listened to us. They understand, but that's not everywhere. But we really need. The actionable item is creating a plan, which we have a committee that's meeting Friday to come up with a social media campaign that'll go out throughout the whole state and push people to educate them on what's going on. At the same time, hey, please take the opportunity to send a message to the governor, to your elected officials.
Right.
Understand what we're doing here. But that's the actionable item. I mean, that's the big thing here, other than the regular business of the organization.
And sending the pins to the governor.
Right. Exactly. And don't forget, bring cake.
Yeah.
Bring cake. Like my Aunt Tessie, God rest her soul. You gotta bring cake. Make sure you bring them.
Send Andy some cake.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
Yeah. But if you want to send a bowling pin, by all means. Naz, this bowling pin thing is, I said it tongue in cheek in a meeting yesterday. I was joking around, and it turned into something. It's turned into something.
That's good though. Hey,
And I haven't figured out why.
Oh, listen, that's good though. You got to get creative. You got to think outside the box, right? So there you go.
Well, it's definitely going to get somebody's attention.
Yeah.
Maybe, Frank, I had a couple of ideas. One, if he gets all the pins,
Yeah.
he can put them around the base of the mountain.
There you go. There you go.
Marcy.
Yep. Yeah.
The other thing I thought, is you can make a little skier for the mountain, but with bowling shoes on and like a little bowling outfit that he can put on the mountain on the downside of the mountain.
That's right. Like the Wild World of Sports guy that used to go flying, flipping over. That's cool.
Just a couple ideas.
Yeah.
What's it on the price? The Price is Right. The Price is Right.
That's
There
right.
you go.
The
Price is
yodel.
right. There you go.
What's the game? What's the game on the Price is Right? Where they,
I think it's the yodel.
Yodeler, yeah. Wow.
You know, you have to kind of buy into what's close to Cuomo.
Right.
His family
Right.
and the mountain.
And the mountain. Yeah. Yeah. He's Italian. Send cannolis
the
out.
thing.
You're right, Angela. We got to send cannolis. But yeah, that's right. Yep. The mountain.
Just a
That's
couple thoughts.
you know what, Naz? I like those thoughts. I like it.
So we're gonna have to 3D print though bowling pins. We're gonna have to 3D print them because the mountain's 3D printed.
Yeah. Well.
Whatever we have to do, Frank. Whatever we have to do.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't have the time right now.
Yeah, but there's got to be somebody up in that meeting with all the people there that's got to have a connection to some 3D printing, right?
We'll figure it out. I'm not. That's the least of our concerns.
There's a lot of
We'll figure. One of the things that Joe Laspina was sharing, that the downstate proprietors are looking to band together. Get a plane that flies those banners that says "Reopen bowling centers,
like
go
the,
bowling."
like the Geico planes with the little.
He has every reference today.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he is on fleek today.
Wait a minute, but wait, you know what? Not to get off track here, but did you see the new commercial with the Geico lizard and Rocky and Bullwinkle? I almost fell out of my chair.
No,
Rocky and
no.
Bullwinkle, the cartoon character.
Oh, I know. You have to explain
Yeah,
to me.
I know who Rocky and Bullwinkle are.
I might want to think I might have to
Yeah,
explain.
gee, Rocky, you know, but you know, so we got all three of them are in the commercial. I almost fell out of my
I
chair.
have not seen that.
Check it out.
I've seen the one with the DJ Khalid
Yes,
with the brush and
Yes.
circles. That
Yeah.
cracks me
that's
up.
good too. It's right along those lines,
Yeah,
but
very
hysterical.
sarcastic. Yeah.
Hysterical. I saw it on the Golf Channel. For those out there who want to see it, watch the Golf Channel. But yeah, so yep. Anyway, I didn't mean to get you off track. I'm sorry.
That's what we do here, Joe. That's what we do here.
We don't have a track.
That's true.
This
We
is
have
the,
to, yeah.
Yep.
wherever you want to go.
It's like the indie track. We're just going around. That's all.
Hey, speaking of no track, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, did you see? Here's the meme of the day. Did Naz show you the meme of the day yet?
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Didn't give me a chance.
The longer this quarantine goes, the more I think Jack from The Shining actually held it together quite well. Jack. Yep, I like it. Can't go wrong with Jack. Jack Daniels or Jack Nicholson. Can't go wrong. So, yeah.
That was a funny one. You know, it's funny because you showed that, and I don't like scary movies, and that is probably why. That was one of the first and only scary movies that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's quite frightening.
And that was really,
Yeah.
it was frightening.
Yeah, quite
And
frightening.
I really haven't watched it. And I was, me and Liz and I were talking about it, and we were talking about Shelley Duvall that was in that movie, I believe played his wife.
She did.
Yeah.
That she suffered severe mental illness since that movie.
Yeah.
And she's never been the same.
She had a look on her face. I know she was in character, but she looked frightened the minute that movie started.
Yeah.
She had that look of fright on her face.
So I read a little bit about that, and the director of the movie was pretty terrible to her.
Yeah.
He was okay to everybody else, but the gist of the story was he did it to get her into character, because in this story she plays obviously a petrified person.
Someone who was frightened.
Well, he did a good job.
Yeah, he did a good job. Yeah,
it's permanent.
Yeah,
so it was made the movie even more disturbing.
Poor Scatman Crothers.
So it traumatized the poor woman?
Yeah. Just check it out.
Yeah, it's
Google it when you have a chance.
Yeah.
Shelley
Google
Duvall.
Yeah.
And The Shining.
Yeah. Very scary stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's not well now.
No.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yep.
Anyway.
Thanks for bringing us down, Naz. Thanks for bringing it down.
Well, we went off track, like we said. So you're what's up.
So I don't like scary movies, and it traumatized the one of the lead actresses. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, leave it right there. I'll put it in. I'm going in. Yeah, just leave it right there. I'll put it away. Thank you.
Anything good? What does Michael have? Anything good?
He's got fish.
I got it the other night. It was delicious.
Yep, I'm having it tonight.
And we're not talking Charlie tuna here. We're talking good fish.
Yeah, the real fish.
So see you, Piero.
Bye, Michael.
I'm surprised to see Michael today. They were taking the day off. So.
Yeah, well, he stopped in.
He's a dedicated employee.
I don't know.
He Wow. Nazareth. That's not nice. And not true either.
He is very dedicated. He's really good. Listen, they've helped me with 3 projects in the shop.
Yep.
So I am eternally grateful for him and Jimmy. Kenny, Frank is in
Ithaca, New York. Kenneth is asking where you were, Frank. So we're letting Kenneth know that you're in Ithaca. Yep.
And I picked I was in the spot before it was perfect after the rain. The sun is beating on my back.
Yeah. Yep.
Holy moly.
You want now?
Hey, Naz,
go ahead, Frank.
Naz, I want to show off. So here is the picture of I took a picture of the dinner I cooked the other night. This was last night's dinner. No, 2 nights ago. The tuna. This is the tuna. This is Jimmy's tuna.
Oh, wow. Wow.
What do you got there, Frank? I see some green beans.
So we got tuna and green beans and sprouts.
Sprouts,
I was going to say, it looks like Brussels. I love the nice crispy Brussels sprouts.
And that tuna looks like steak. It looks like steak.
Yeah.
Right? Really good.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
It's definitely not out of a can.
No. That's good stuff. We had another takeout night the other night, and the family unanimously decided that we loved Sophia's takeout so much.
Oh,
we did it again. And
nice.
I got to tell you, it's
just
quite
as
the
good
hit.
as the first. Yeah,
it's just as good, if not better than the first time. we ordered the same stuff, only instead of the chorizo and potatoes mixed combo,
Right.
we went with the grilled chicken.
It's grilled chicken.
Oh
Is good.
my God. You know, and now that Brad is home, you know, there wasn't as many leftovers, but that's good. He's a growing boy. He needs to eat.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, that, I got to tell you, we're talking about maybe doing it again this weekend. That's
Oh.
how popular and how much we love it.
Very good. Yeah, definitely.
So,
Great.
it's terrific.
Yeah.
Yep. Very, very
You have it
good.
delivered or you picked it
I
up?
picked it up.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know,
It's
it's not far.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the gas over there is usually pretty low. So
Oh,
I get
right,
I
next
go to
door.
Speedway,
I
get the
won't go
gas.
there again.
Yeah, and then
Had a bad experience.
you did? Yeah.
Something weird was going on. And,
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shady gas station, but the price is usually right. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just an odd thing that happened. I paid for my gas, and when I came out, somebody was pumping on the pump that I just paid for.
Oh,
And I
wow.
went in and I told the guy, he goes, "Well, I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do." I said, "Oh, there's something you can do,
Yeah,
and
really.
you can give me my money back."
Exactly right. Yeah.
Well, how am I going to? So I didn't. I don't argue with
Right.
people,
I know
but
what you mean.
what's
What's
wrong
right is right. Right.
And listen, the
Right.
thing is that it wasn't the person in the car that pumped the gas.
Right.
It was one of their people
One of their
pumping
people.
it
So
into the
they're
car.
guilty as charged, right?
Correct.
Right there. So yeah.
I ended up taking my $10 and I'm on that.
Naz, where was your car parked?
Right next to the pump, Frank.
And so they took that pump and put it across the other side?
Oh, one of the two-sided ones. Yeah, yeah.
They
Hold it around
they
the side.
reach, yeah.
That's exactly what they did. I believe it was
What a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wasn't happy, and I put an X. I don't like to bad mouth places.
Yeah, I know.
They weren't really nice to me when I went back to try to negotiate.
I'll have to keep my eye out for those
There you go.
shenanigans.
Anyway,
Yeah. So on to other things.
on to other things.
So,
Anyway, hey, so today is not Saturday because Joe Cal's in the studio. It's Wednesday.
I'm
And
on my work.
tomorrow, live from Rabs. Naz, we're back on the road with our friend Pam Silvestri.
Yes.
We're not camping in a TP. Is this thing on?
Is this thing on?
It's on now.
Hello. Hi.
So
Hi.
where are you guys going tomorrow?
I believe we're
Oh,
going.
we that delayed?
I think there's a delay.
It could be because you went outside. Just saying.
Should I kick you out? I'm going to kick you out.
Hopefully we get him back. Don't take that personal.
Well, I kicked
Frank.
myself
Kick
out.
you out. Oh, okay. Okay.
Are you back?
Better now?
Yeah. I look. It says I can remove him.
Okay. All right. He's removed.
No, he's not. He's still there. I didn't. There he goes.
There he goes.
He removed himself.
All right. So
Okay.
now he's got to hopefully come back.
Hopefully he'll come back.
Yeah.
So anyway, tomorrow is Thursdays on the road al fresco
Yeah.
outdoor dining with
There he is.
Pam Silvestri and get Adam Silver and everything.
Good, Frank?
Hi Frankie, you back? Look at him. Look at him.
Good, Frank?
I should be.
There you go.
Okay, we hear you.
Okay.
I should be.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Hi, Noni.
tomorrow we are on the road with Pam Silvestri.
Very nice. And going
Frank?
to
There it is. Frank?
Ruddy and Dean. We're going to Ruddy and Dean.
Okay.
We're going to Danny Mills.
That was set up. It was my suggestion, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Awesome.
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Very good.
Listen,
I was waiting for you to get there.
I had already kind of been there and passed it, but I didn't say it
There you
because I
go.
wasn't sure if it was where we were going.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Very good.
Looking forward to that.
Very good. Naz, you'll be right
We're
close
gonna
to
have a nice little view, and I'll be close to home, like I was the last couple of weeks.
Very good.
Actually.
Very good.
Nice view across the harbor. Wonderful host, Danny Mills.
Yeah, Danny, good name.
And maybe he likes to chit chat.
Yes,
So hopefully he'll sit with us
maybe
and
perhaps he will.
talk a little bit about what he's got going up there on Richmond Terrace.
Yeah.
And
Very good.
We're looking forward to it.
Very good.
Aren't we, Frank?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
of course we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Something tells me tomorrow's lunch for Frankie is going to be a little better than the lunch he had today. Just putting that out there. So, yeah. Yep. So,
Yeah.
that's good.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, this was fun. I mean, this isn't typical. This is, but hey, thanks for being with us today, Joe.
Oh, Frank, please. It's
Thank
my
you,
pleasure. You know
Joe.
that. Anytime. I have to tell you, it gets me away from my office at home because during the rest of the week, I don't really take a lunch hour. I sit there like the schlub that I am because I'm too dedicated. Now I hope my boss is watching. I'm too dedicated, and I never peel myself away. So when I get the opportunity, unless it's crazy, crazy busy where I really can't, if there's true breaking news, which knock wood today, it's been quiet, so I could get away. So if I take a little bit of an extended lunch like this, what are you going to do?
All right, well, there it is.
What are you going to do? So, it's an extended lunch. They're going to have to deal with it. That's all. So, but yeah, so not anytime. Always my pleasure. Of course, I got a text from my daughter. Dad, could you stop at Wendy's on the way home?
Of course.
So it'll be a little bit more of an extended lunch, but that's okay. So, yeah. So, but yeah. So anytime.
So what's on your schedule for the rest of the day, Frank?
Well, it was nice. We took a break yesterday, so we did miss everyone.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was
Today, the rest of today?
Yeah, the rest of today. Meetings, dinner.
I'm gonna at the end of the show, I'm gonna go sit in the rest of the insurance seminar, and then we're headed on the way home. And we'll be back here tomorrow. I mean, that's it. Nothing too exciting.
I got you.
Don't forget
Bingham's.
No pressure, but don't forget Bingham's.
Oh, he just took himself off.
Is he signing off?
I don't know.
Are you signing off? Are you out of here? What's the story?
Hi, Frank.
Are you back?
No, I was trying to figure out why. I was trying to fix the delay there. I think it's my connection.
That's all right.
I think it is.
Yeah, that's all right. It's good. I mean, come on. So.
Well,
which is affecting this stream.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for popping in from your meetings, Frank. We appreciate
Yeah,
you
thank you for
taking the time.
Oh, it's such an honor to be on the show today.
Well, listen, episode 108.
108, Frank.
108. Yeah.
I know.
So
Soon
crazy.
we'll get to 1 teens.
Oh, let's hope we can start doing the shows maybe weekly or bi-weekly.
Yes,
which
that
means
would be nice.
The place will be opening up soon, and it would be very nice.
That's what we're hoping. Get
Yes.
those pins. Send those pins to.
Yes. Yep. Get them up to the mountain. Get them up to the mountain.
I love it. I can't.
Yep.
Hey, Nez, let's not forget Pro Shop's open.
Yes.
I was going to do all that for you,
Very
though.
good. Yep.
Appreciate that.
Oh, you know what? Which reminds me, everything with my equipment's good because Jimmy always drills it just the way it has to be done. No adjustments have to be made. No weight holes. Everything's good. But I have to check in with my friend Jimmy and start talking Yankees. Because during the baseball season,
Yes.
Jimmy and I text each other a lot about, hey, did you see that home run? Hey, what do you think of this guy? And you know what? Now that baseball season's coming back, it just dawned on me, I have to start exchanging texts with Jimmy about the Yankees.
Yep. He'll be happy to text whenever you like.
I may do that later when I get home.
He is sure to text. I'm surprised I didn't get a text this weekend.
It was only exhibition. It was only
and-
exhibition.
Yes. Because usually he would send a little
Yeah.
missile over to me.
He would definitely throw a little dart.
Yeah,
going
just
that
very,
way, right?
very
Subtle. Yeah.
Very subtle.
So yeah, the locker dash is on, folks.
Yes.
Call in. Get
Yep.
it in. Email.
Jimmy's available tomorrow. He's got some spots available tomorrow.
Yep.
And if you don't want to come in, you can be sure to just text Jimmy or click on the link for Locker Dash.
Yep.
He can go to your locker, fix your equipment, put it right back in there, whatever you want.
Yep.
So click the link or text Jimmy, or he'll be in tomorrow from tomorrow is Thursday, 1 to 6.
There you go.
So give him a call.
Yeah.
Chat with him. Let him know what you want done, and he'll be happy to hear from you.
Absolutely. Maybe he'll talk a little Yankees with you too. You never know.
Well,
So.
yeah, if you're so inclined. I'm sure he would be happy to.
Yep.
Love it.
All right.
Perfect.
Well,
Thanks,
thank you, Frank. For
No. Thank you guys.
Oh no, thank you, Frank.
No, thank you.
We just try to keep it real here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, well, it's really real.
Yes, we do. It's definitely
It
real.
would be funny if somebody was out on the balcony there behind you, just
Yeah.
eavesdropping. That
Well,
would be fun.
They could also be be a myriad of different things on that balcony. So let's be glad there's nobody out on that balcony. So.
Yeah, I there were some kids out there before, and then they went and I think they took them somewhere. They were yelling and screaming.
Yeah. Oh, good. Good that they're gone.
All right. Well, thanks, Frank.
Thank you.
Have a safe trip home.
Safe trip home
Tonight.
Yep.
Drive
All right.
carefully. Give Melissa my love.
Yeah, say hi to everybody.
And everybody else, whoever you might be seeing up there that I haven't seen in forever.
Yep.
And yeah, be careful. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll wait till you coming home.
Yeah, we'll be back here doing this again tomorrow. We'll be on the road, and then before you know it, Friday's here, and then we're on take the weekend off, and we have a whole new week of Live from Raps.
Yeah. Whole new week.
Hopefully
Amazing.
with good news coming everybody's way from upstate, from up on the mountain.
Yeah.
Send us the good news.
All right, Frank.
I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, Frank.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. That was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
He was a different guest.
Yes.
I don't know if we'll ask him back.
I don't know. We may have to.
A little sketchy.
We may have to have a production meeting about that. See what upper management says about that. So yeah, but it was good. This was a different type of show. It was fun.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, it's this kind of reminded me of when I used to come in on the weekends because of how quiet today, without the pizzeria.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
everybody here.
we are literally the only
there's like
ones
nobody
today.
here today. Yeah. And on that note, before we sign off, Naz, a couple of shout outs to our friends,
Yes.
Marco and Tina, wedding anniversary today.
Oh,
Happy anniversary to our very own Marco and Tina. I believe it's 12 years. If I read my thing right today on Facebook, I think it was 12 years. I think. Was it 12 years or 8 years? I got to go back and look. But regardless, I'm confused if it was 2012 or 2008. So it's either 12 years. But happy anniversary to our friends Marco and Tina. Keeping a good thought for you, Marco. Definitely on the road to recovery. And it's John Rome's birthday today.
Well.
John Rome, that character, or as they like to say down in Disney World, that rascal John Rome. It's his birthday today. Yep.
Happy birthday, John.
So happy birthday, John. Yeah, and happy anniversary, Marco and Tina. Either 12 or 8. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact number, but whatever number. Happy anniversary. We love you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Stay safe, everybody.
Yes. Stay well.
Don't forget to wear your mask.
Yes.
We all know that that's the only way to stay safe.
Yes, and on that note, Naz, I don't mean to hold this up before we.
No, go ahead. Do what you got to do.
But last Thursday, I made my. There's Harry saying, "Don't forget the mask, folks." I made my first trip back into the office since March 20th.
Oh, really?
Got on the express bus. Everyone had the mask on because you can't get on the bus without one.
Without it, right.
So my ride in the morning, there was about maybe 10 people on the bus.
Oh, that's different.
Very different. It took exactly 46 minutes to get from my stop at Highland and Clove to Central Park South and 7th Avenue.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's unheard of.
46 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on the way home, it took about an hour, and there was maybe about 20 people on the bus.
Wow.
But it was
that's a different commute.
Very different. But to describe the city that I've been working in for 40 years, and the city I left on March 20th, to the city I went back to last Wednesday, one word to describe it: sad.
Yeah, it's tough.
Very
I have
sad.
to say though, we were in the city. We had an appointment at Sloan 2 weeks ago, and over there it still seems kind of busy. I mean,
side, right?
traffic was a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
But yeah, over on the east side, it still seems kind of busy. Not as packed as it usually is.
Yeah.
I'm sure in where you are over there, like
Lincoln Center. Yeah.
Lincoln Center area, and right down 7th Avenue there, it's got to be a little light.
Yeah. I mean, Columbus Circle in the morning is always hustle bustle. People.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Really?
when I'm telling you there were a few joggers, a few people walking their dogs, and a handful of people going to work like me.
Wow.
Yeah, very sad, but it is what it is. You know.
Yeah, that's what we got, right?
Yeah. So
That's what we got.
indeed. Well,
Joe, thanks for being here.
no
today.
problem, Naz.
We
Anytime.
loved having you.
Always my pleasure.
You
Happy to
are
be back.
welcome anytime you
Well,
would like to come.
Thank you.
Anytime you would like to
I
come.
love being here at my home away from home. So thank you. Thank
And I'm
you.
glad you feel that way.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't forget, tomorrow we will be on the road from Ruddy and Dean
Very nice.
at 12 o'clock. And be sure to tune in. Don't forget, smash the like button,
Ring the bell.
subscribe, and ring that little bell there in the
Ring the
corner,
bell.
right down there,
Yep.
somewhere.
Yep.
Somewhere. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, you want to get notified whenever we're live. And go back and watch some of our old shows.
Oh, yeah.
Especially now that bowling's back on TV. It's so
Yep.
good to go back and watch some of the shows where that featured some of
Yeah.
the stars that were on.
Yeah,
this
like
week.
our favorite, one of our, I mean, they're all our favorites, like Naz's favorite, Amleto Monicelli from Barquisimeto, Venezuela, for his friend Nazareth. So go back and watch Amleto. He's the man. Yep.
Anyway, thank you for joining us today. We hope you had a great time.
Peace.
Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be back, 12 o'clock. Join us. I'll see you tomorrow. Joe.
Stay safe. Naz, that was awesome.
And that was perfect. Thank you. I gotta go. That was good, Joe.
Thank you. Well, if I'm in the seat, I may as well sign off the show.